4 a.m. We're in New Jersey. We're on our way to the airport. Spent the night here, right near the airport in Paramus. Half an hour drive to Newark, and getting ready to get on our flight to San Diego to Valle de Guadalupe across the border. All right, we are in San Diego. Here we are, off out of the plane, and we are on our way to Valle de Guadalupe. We're waiting for Tony Baloney to show up here to pick us up, our trusted driver and tour guide for the week. We're out of the airport, drove through San Diego. Now we're in the car, and we are heading to Tijuana, to the border crossing there. Just 15 minutes south of San Diego. And
hey, this is where we were in our motorhome.
You're in your motorhome here?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we stayed right on the water.
Really? Nice.
Yeah.
You were so close to Tijuana.
We were close.
You were close. Jay, say hello.
Hello.
What are you looking forward to this week?
I'm looking forward to all the good wine, please. And I'm not looking forward to all the cake.
So we're at Villa Ortega's, the famous lobster restaurant here. This cute little Mexican town. Let's step on inside.
I'm going to look at your menu when I come over here.
Gracias.
Jim, what did we just order?
Margaritas. And what else? Margaritas.
And what about food?
Lobster.
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 We're going to eat whatever.
Pollo.
Did you say pollo?
Well, there's chicken. They make tortilla soup out of chicken broth.
Look at that.
Boom.
Look at that.
Look at this.
Look at that. Out on the ocean. All right, we are at Villa Ortega's. We just got the lobster. Look at that. Oh my gosh. On the ocean. The lobster. There's lots of lobster. There's the guacamole. And look at these tortillas. These tortillas are massive. Massive tortillas.
Better than the sheets at our last Airbnb. Just saying.
It's amazing.
Yeah,
The first time when I know this dish, I say, what the fuck is this? And after all,
I love the saucier right here.
We're excited for lunch.
yeah.
Very excited for lunch.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Welcome to Fauna. Fauna is the restaurant at Bruma, but most importantly, Fauna is probably one of the most well-known restaurants in all of Mexico. Fauna is the shining star of restaurants, and we are here after our tasting. We just walked downstairs from the winery, and we're going to indulge in the tasting menu paired with beverages, and let's roll right into it.
Oh my. Wow.
Wait, clam.
We're having a lot
Clam
of things here.
and a fish, but I have no idea.
Oysters.
Tuna? Yeah, this is the seafood course.
Okay, that's correct. The seafood course.
Fucking, yeah, hold that in pop. Yeah, there you go.
All right.
Yeah, like this.
Okay, starting off with your first course, we have the chocolate clam that comes with the parsley and citrical oil. Next to it, we have the giga oysters that come prepared with the tomato clarified water and a smoked oil. In the center, we have the mackerel. This mackerel is fried, and it comes with mole chichilo and a sesame seed in motion. And here we have just the best ceviche in the world. Okay, this is the bluefin tuna ceviche. Comes with the brown butter in motion with avocado, seaweed, and serrano chilies. Okay, we recommend you mix it up so all of the bluefin could be mixed with the emotion underneath. We also recommend you begin with the clams, the oysters, continue with the mackerel, and finish up with the ceviche.
Where do the oysters come
From San Quintin. San Quintin is only around 2 hours and a half.
it's down here in Mexico.
Yes, that's correct.
Wow.
Still in the
Here,
Baja.
here, here, and here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Except you made the tuna sound so good, I want to go.
It really is. It really, really is. Okay?
Gracias. It looks amazing.
This area, like,
It's so nice.
can you see why we wanted to come back so quickly? We've never been back to a region that.
We have your second course. Starting off with the broccoli. We have a smoked broccoli that comes with the broccoli and basil puree. We add an oil with chiltepin chilies and black sesame seeds. And we finish it up with shredded lemon peel. Personally, we're leaving the chochoyotas. These are made with blue corn masa, shaped as in a gnocchi. Underneath it comes with a butter with a mushroom juice, and we're going to add shredded black truffle. Okay?
So this is corn tortilla rolled into like a gnocchi style?
That's correct.
Wow.
What is it? It's gnocchi?
It's like a gnocchi made out of corn tortilla.
They're like blue corn and gnocchis.
Ooh, I smell the truffle in there.
And the sauce
Is a mushroom juice with butter, and we add an oil also with truffle and shredded truffle.
Oh, that smells so good. That's cheating.
Okay,
Gracias.
enjoy.
This was only course number 2.
That's correct.
How many courses do we have?
6.
Okay.
Just 6.
Pork belly.
Almost.
Almost. Scallop and pork belly.
cheek.
Pork cheek.
Pork cheek. Pork cheek.
Pork cheek. Oh.
Jay, take some good pictures.
Cachete. And papada.
2 words, thanks.
Okay, this one pork cheek salpicón.
Just talk like this.
Oh, wow. Pressure.
Oh my gosh.
Pressure.
I don't have to press.
No,
press it.
You're
Okay.
going to be famous on TikTok.
I never. Okay. Pork chicken salpicón with mushroom in miso. This one,
Miso.
and spicy jalapenos.
A little bit, just a
A
little
little,
bit, just a
okay,
touch. In this one, green lettuce with pickled vegetables. You must have taquitos with a flour tortilla with the lettuce.
Okay.
And in this one, scallops. They're poached in brown butter with blackened eggplant salsa and squinking, croton and zest. You must mix until change color and then make a taquito. Okay?
In the tortilla?
Yes, flour tortilla.
So tortillas for this and that, or
Exactly.
together?
No,
separate.
separate.
Okay.
Gracias.
What we got, folks? We got the Reserva.
I do.
We have the Reserva. Look at this.
Elderly bastard? That is.
50-50 Merlot and Carignan. Cabernet. Cabernet. This is not the old bastard. Bastard. The bastard is the multiple Ciano and Mourvedre. Yep.
Okay, here we have your last salty course. Right after this, we go straight into dessert. Starting off with the butternut squash. This butternut squash comes with mole chiliaco underneath. Okay. In the center, we're leaving the braised lamb. This lamb has been braised for 8 hours. Comes with its own juices, and we add a salsa made with chile chilhuacle, which is a Oaxacan chili. And on this other side, we have the magret duck. This is breast duck that's baked, and it comes with the persimmon. Okay?
Cookie.
And we left some blue corn tortillas. you cannot miss out on the lamb tacos. All right, enjoy.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Now you can talk.
All right, so here we have your desserts. In the bowls, we have the honey semifredo. Right, it comes with blue cornflakes, salty caramel, and a milky ice cream. For the other two, we have the churro, shaped as a donut. In the center, we had strawberries with cream and also a creamy ice cream.
California strawberries.
Right.
Delicious. Thank you.
Day 3 of Valle de Guadalupe,
Hi, everybody.
and we're checking out of El Cielo. Long day of wine tastings ahead of us. I'm Ray Lurton. Our final stop today is Adobe Guadalupe. See Mrs. Miller and stay there.
Our first stop is
Oh,
we're going for breakfast at Dona La Estela.
La Estela.
Yes.
La Cucina Dona Estela. So that's where we're going. Mexico's best breakfast restaurant. We were at Mexico's best restaurant yesterday. How was that?
Amazing. The food was amazing. The different courses was amazing, and everything about the restaurant was amazing. The service, the staff, the food, everything was top notch, and the food was unique and different, and just unbelievable.
Yep. So waiting for Jim and Shannon to come down and say goodbye to El Cielo, and
On to our next stop.
Tony will be here any moment, our driver, and I'm gonna walk to the front desk to check out. It's supposed to be 100% chance of rain today, but it's very blue skies. There's still blue skies, a little bit of clouds, but it's supposed to rain today. Driving out from El Cielo, headed out to Dona. How do you say?
Arizona, or where was it? Two Perros. Oh, really?
The two dogs.
That's awesome.
Tony, how do you say the place we're going? La Cucina Dona Estela?
La cocina de Doña Estela.
Estela. You don't pronounce the H. Okay, Estela. Okay, because I heard some people say Estela. It's Estela. I heard some people say it.
They had a lift.
They had a lift? That was it.
Those people had a lift.
All right. Well, we are off to La Cucina Dona Estela, the most renowned breakfast restaurant here in Mexico. And
Not in all of Mexico.
Jim, what are you ordering?
Barbacoa.
Barbacoa? Lamb?
Yeah.
Lamb? Shannon?
No idea.
Corn
Flapjacks?
cakes.
The corn flapjacks.
Yeah, corn cakes.
Corn flapjacks. What are you having, Jamie?
I don't know.
I'm definitely having fresh squeezed orange juice.
No, I'm having a michelada.
What's that?
That's a beer with tomato and spices.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Off we go. About 15 minutes from the hotel? Tony, is that right?
Yeah.
15 minutes. Eggs. Looks amazing. Here comes the chilaquiles verdes, so a green salsa with eggs over easy. Looks amazing as well. We ordered a lot. We wanted a sample. Machaca right anywhere. Gracias. Gonna dance. Machaca is like that's the borrego.
What is that right there?
Gracias. With the consomme and Marcus Guiliano. Fantastic.
This is handmade tortillas.
Handmade tortillas.
Yeah, the ladies right now working.
Homemade,
This
yeah,
is the different
beautiful
flavor
tortillas.
for the food. There is a traditional. This is traditional birria. The Doña Estela is a borrego tatemado. This is homemade tortillas, Siberia, eggs and chilaquiles, and other produce cactus and eggs and beans.
Nice.
Okay.
Provenche. Is that the word? Provenche. We just finished our meal. How was it?
Amazing.
Amazing. Shannon, how was our meal?
Delicious.
Delicious. Jim? Perfecto. Yeah. What was the most exciting part? What was the highlight for you?
You guys are the highlight.
Remember the highlight? DiscountWineTours.com. So we actually got to see the boss. She came to the table and said hello to us. And the food was just amazing. And we can't wait to be back here. Bring some other people and visit. And La Cucina, Donna Estela. And Donna Estela came to our table. Chatted with us, said hello. We took a picture with her, and it was fantastic. And if you're ever down this part of Mexico, definitely check this place out for breakfast.
Off to the winery.
Yep, off to Bodegas Henri Lurton. Two French brothers here in the valley making their mark, making some great wine from Margaux from Bordeaux. So now off to there. The better restaurants in this region of Mexico are farm to table. You pull up to a restaurant, you see their garden, or in this case, you see their livestock here. Donna Estela gets very busy, and there is a long wait, so this does come in handy along with a couple of the stores that they have in the parking lot, so you can pass time as you wait for up to an hour for your table. Keep in mind they do not take reservations, and you probably will be spending some time in the parking lot. That little dog right there herds the sheep. It's great to watch him go to work. We call him over in Spanish. We say "Ven aquí," and he runs right over. Visit Mexico with us. Visit bestmexicanwinetours.com. Lifetime memories are not optional. If you don't know this winery, you will drive right past it. Right past other major wineries on this road that I like to call Winery Row, with some great restaurants. But this is Bodegas Henri Lurton. It is a small, tucked-away winery in a big warehouse for another winery here in the valley in Valle de Guadalupe. You would drive right past this and not even know it was here. There is no sign. There is no official tasting room. You need to have an appointment, and you need to know about them. What's unique about this winery is they are from France. In fact, the famed Chateau Brun Contiac from Medoc, from Margaux specifically, they have a very famous Grand Cru Classé winery there, Chateau in France, and they have decided to make their mark in the Valle de Guadalupe, in the valley there, with a winery. So the two oldest sons, Nicholas and Vincent, and we're going to sit down with Nicholas and do a nice 25-minute in-depth discussion about wine philosophy and going through their wines there in the Guadalupe Valley. They have made their mark, and they came to the valley in about 2016, 2017. They came here from France, and they're really inspired by the area, and they're here to make their mark. So join us with Nicholas, the winemaker.
The skin is very important to know the maturation of the skin, and this you can only taste to know if the skin is still still hard, it's not ready. If it's soft, it's good to go. But there is the aroma, the skin, and there is the
seeds.
The seed. The seeds as well. When the seed is too green, you have to wait usually, unless you really can't. But it will add some aromas, green aromas that usually you don't want. So tasting is a big part of our picking date.
Yeah.
And
so you're waiting on the seeds to get to a certain point where they're
get brown. You can taste it,
Yeah.
and when it's very green inside and everything, it's
right.
it's not good to go usually. But
This
sometimes
is so
you have to
stressful.
compromise. Sometimes you have to
Yeah.
compromise. You see the alcohol level going up,
It's
the
high.
acidity, but still the skin is not ready. You have to compromise sometimes. It's
Gotcha.
never perfect timing. So we are very picky with this because of the acidity. We only have natural acidity, and it's something we can only have with a good date of harvesting, because we want the perfect date with a good balance with acidity, alcohol, and aromas too. We don't want green aromas neither.
This is very good. The seed
So
was
this
just right.
Sauvignon, I'm very happy with that.
I know.
Yeah, like
This is really-
Maturation here in Mexico is not an issue. It's the opposite. We have to be careful with it, because if you leave it, then the heat and all the climate conditions that we cannot control, since we are not there,
Yeah.
this is why we do every week, every day, every weekend, because we have to be very specific with what we want. Since we have many great varietals and all of them depends on our style of wine, then we choose when to harvest. We do it here with the NFOS. This is technology that we have in the laboratory, and then that we use it in all of the process. So it's being careful to not get too mature, because it's gonna get it. I mean, it's not like in other regions in Mexico where they don't get the grape, they don't get enough sugar, or they don't get enough maturity. Here we have the opposite. That it's not a problem, but you have to be there.
If you want something to eat.
These are for you, yes.
Okay.
For you.
You're gonna drink a lot of wine, so let's pick, I don't know.
If you want to try more about the Sauvignon, the goal with our Sauvignon is to do a fresh wine, very direct. So we use stainless steel tank. We do something very straightforward with it. And we use a special press. Right now you can see the press. There is not
the air.
the bag.
Bladder
Yes,
press.
with the the name is Inertis. And the bag is not there. It's already stored because we finished Vendemia. But there is a big bag inflated with nitrogen, and it pushes the oxygen away.
Keeps oxygen out.
Yes.
So you don't oxidize, or
Yes, it works for it. They did it for white, for preserve the aromas of the white of the grapes.
keep it
But
cleaner.
I think it works very well with the red press too. I think our press are very very good. So I think it's a lot because of this press too.
Not everybody's using that style bladder
No.
press, huh? Yeah.
No, no,
We are one of the only ones, and the
Yeah.
first, of course.
Yeah.
We
You
have
speak
two.
French also?
Two in Mexico.
Michel is French.
Oh, you're French also?
Oh, me? No, I'm
You're-
Mexican.
but you
I'm
speak-
sorry, I didn't.
Do you speak French also, or no?
Just don't do.
Okay. I hear just a little bit. I was
Yeah,
like,
it was-
everyone I'm meeting speaks French and Spanish, and I'm super jealous.
English.
Yeah.
Well, French and Spanish are from the same family, so
See?
it's a little bit easier too.
Mine's more aggressive German.
Yeah.
This
You
is
should
good.
definitely-
Yeah, this is very nice. I like it.
We're going to try only one varietal wines. We only have one blend, which is Gran Reserva, the last one, the Magnum bottle.
Oh, this is last year. Huh?
But yeah,
2020.
the intention behind it is that we want to show how every varietal expresses itself in a specific part of Baja California, which is the south. So
Nice.
this is a Sauvignon from Valle de San Vicente. You can try many Sauvignons from Ensenada, but they will have different profiles.
Yeah, and even for us, with the years, the 19 was a bit more fruity because we had a bit more sun, more heat, and this one is more a bit like French style Sauvignon with a very good acidity and very fresh aromas. I like both. I think it depends on everyone's style. Some people would prefer the 19 and some people would prefer the 20. I personally prefer the 20, the style of the 20, but the one of the 19, a lot of people told me they liked it a lot too. So.
Perfect.
It's just that we
Yeah,
don't
taste.
repeat our wines. It's impossible.
It's impossible.
Because every year is different. So
Because you're relying on the grape.
yeah, and every year we have different
True.
challenges.
Yeah.
Okay, so all of our wines are gonna be different every year, even though we have the same
style will be
same
the
style,
will be the
same
same.
procedures.
Some
but-
aromas can
yeah.
be a bit different because of the year. It's the same grape. We use all the time mostly the same lotte, the same grapes from because we buy all our grapes. Something I didn't say, but all our
But
grapes
you're
from
buying from
we
the
buy
same-
it from the same person.
Yeah.
and the same
field.
Yeah, the same
Parcel
field.
or whatever. they would-
Parcel. Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
What do they call it? A parcel or no?
Parcela.
Lotte.
Yeah, parcela. Yeah.
Surco, if it's a line.
Oh,
Surco.
Okay.
I think it's very good.
After we have the 100% Chenin, which as well is.
Can I use the Wi-Fi here? So I'm not getting
Yeah,
much of
sure.
your.
Oh,
Jelly.
this is ate. It's a Mexican candy made by a fruit that is called membrillo. It's really good. These are some different cheeses, camembert and other some fruits, and we have
Olive oil.
from Magoni, Casa Magoni over there, and a little bit of honey here. Oh, it is BHL Mexico.
Oh, okay.
You get it?
Yeah, I didn't know, but apparently it was.
Because I'm not getting anywhere.
So your family is still making wine then in Bordeaux, huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I have my father was Brand Cantenac, which is a second cru classé and Margaux.
Uh-huh.
And I have a lot of aunts and uncles that makes wine too. Everyone is around Bordeaux,
Yeah.
but some are doing overseas too, or have both in Bordeaux and overseas, like us, which are here in Mexico. One is in Sonoma, for example. We have one in Spain, one in Australia, one in Argentina.
Oh.
So we have a lot of people a bit abroad. Yeah.
Yeah.
You have a property in Spain.
Yes, it's the name is Bellandra de Lurton. Bellandra de Lurton.
And where is that at? What region?
It's I'm not sure about the exact location, but it's a great. It's really known for their white wine. They have great wine, and they do almost everything with spontaneous fermentation, which is hard to do. I
Oh,
believe.
from the natural fermentation or no?
Like it's not really natural because I don't really know. I've never been there. I would like to.
Yeah.
I've never been there, but yeah, I know. But yeah.
We'll go with you.
Thank you. There you go. We have a
Yeah.
And basically, natural is you let any indigenous yeast works.
Yeah.
But for them, it's spontaneous, so they don't add yeast. But because of where they are, and if they know very well, I think it's possible to know which yeast is working more or less.
Oh, gotcha.
So it's a bit different. And as well, they're used to fight like everyone else. They don't do like natural wine where they add less thing possible. It's just the spontaneous fermentation, and then they do like most of the people do with wine, which is using sulfite when you need to, and you use some I don't know like pump over or thing you use in natural. You try to use the less thing possible, and they make it normal, I guess.
Is this one?
This one is Chenin. Chenin 2020.
Yep. This is what we have.
Yes. This is what we have.
We have on our list now.
Oh, it is?
Yep.
So what's the difference between the two? Like, what should I notice?
Like the Chenin is very different. The 20 is a bit more. It's a bit more acidic than the previous year, but he has a bit more, usually creaminess or a bit more roundness than the Sauvignon. It's still this year, especially with the acidity, is still very fresh.
More crisp,
but more
Yes, it is
crisp. Yeah.
crisp.
yeah. I know nothing about wine.
This is a bit heavier, or maybe a little more
Yeah.
oily.
Yeah.
You can say the Chenin Blanc condensers.
And the aromas are they are very.
We're selling some product
special.
up there, right? From here. That's good.
Moving the Finnish wine.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's the Finnish wine over there. So we have a big.
Deck.
Yeah, big pallets. They come for it tomorrow. Sorry.
So this is December, huh? So you press when September or no?
So we press the whites in August for the whites for the white, but for the red it's usually
A month, around a month, maybe less.
October, I think.
Yeah.
Beginning of October,
Okay.
end of September.
It
Beginning
depends
of
on
October
when the
and
grapes arrive.
Yeah.
until end of October for the Cabernet usually. The Cabernet is the last one, and it's the second half of October the last press usually. So yeah, it depends because we have so different type of grapes. The Tempranillo, for example, arrive a lot before the Cabernet. So we have a big range of days where we use the press for each wine of the wine.
When they're picked, you want to press right away, or do you?
No.
You wait?
For the white, you press right away. For the red, you do the fermentation, alcoholic fermentation. Usually it's in tank. Well, I will explain a bit what we do here, which is a bit different. But usually you ferment it in tank with the skin.
Or you do this with the Nebbiolo in tank.
Yeah, the Nebbiolo is in tank.
Oh, with everything.
With the skin.
Yeah.
We don't do it with the how do you say?
Raspon?
With the
Raspon is la madera.
What's the name?
In
English?
Oh,
I have it.
we only use the grain. I mean the
steam.
Oh, sure, the stem.
The stem.
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't use the steam, for
How do
example.
you say stem in French?
Rafle.
Half?
Rafle.
Okay.
It's a bit. It's un poco special. It's a bit weird. I know some French people that doesn't know the word.
yeah, it's a technical word.
Yeah.
We don't use it.
No.
In a conversation.
And so it's only with the skin. But this maceration is very important because it's what gives the color of the wine.
Yeah.
You could do white from red variety because if you press it instantly, it's white, almost a bit reddish, but you can do white like champagne.
Yeah, you can do that.
Champagne are using a lot of red grapes, yeah. And so it's very important, this maceration. Usually it's in tank during all the fermentation alcoholic, that is 2 weeks more or less, depends on 2 to 3 weeks or more, depends on the how fast the fermentation goes. And after that you take it out, all the juice, and you keep the grapes that you press.
Oh, and then press.
Yes.
Gotcha.
So,
Stem, seed, everything's going in the press? Or not?
it's in the end, it's the seed is there, yeah. The seed goes in the press.
This is why it is important that the seed is cracked.
Right.
So we don't press until we crush the seed. There are people that does that, but you can feel it when you try the wine. But we have a light press only to get all the juice and the flavors.
Yeah.
And I think everything's really...
And for the white, we press it with the steam.
Mm-hmm.
It helps a lot. It doesn't change a lot the aromas, and it helps a lot for the press. For the red, the steam are out. We use a de-steamer at first when we put it in the tank.
Pull the stems off. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a very weird way to make wine, which for red wine is unusual. It's more for very early red wine, like Beaujolais Nouveau. They use this. They use the steam inside to have this very fresh and very new red wine. Like you have to drink it very fast, very early.
Okay.
And yeah, the kind of red we do, most of them are wine we can keep for a long time, we believe. So we don't use this process.
Yeah.
It could be interesting to do once or twice for some special edition, maybe. I will think about it. Which to do a more fruity, like Beaujolais Nouveau style, maybe.
Why not? We can.
We definitely can. But what is very different from what we do is for our reserve wine. So not the Nebbiolo, but all the other red wine. Is we do the vinification intégrale, is the name, integral vinification, and basically we put our grape directly in barrel.
In the barrel.
Yes, we have special barrels that you can open. You put it like this. You open it like this.
Yeah, there's a valve over there.
Oh yeah.
You open this valve, and you put the grape directly inside, and like this. Because you can't spill it to stop because it will with
Explode,
the fermentation.
yeah, it'll explode.
It will go out.
Yes.
Yeah.
So like this, and we put it on wheel, and we do to mix the skin with the juice.
Oh.
We turn it.
Rotate it.
We rotate it exactly, like 10 rotation a day more or less.
Wow.
Each barrel.
Each barrel.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it's
Sometimes twice a day.
It's
Wow.
a lot of work, and that's why not people use this technique. But I think, especially
That's why I like it.
here,
You know,
I think here in
Well,
you do the hard work.
we do the it's
They
it's
do.
a lot of
Yeah.
We have very strong
work.
people working here. Everybody quits the gym. I mean, you don't need it.
Go turn
But
the barrels.
I mean, imagine that it's not the same with our white wines that are in a tank
Yeah.
like this. And sometimes during all of the process, we have different varietals, right? So we have barrels working with Tempranillo, Cabernet, Syrah, etc. And at the same time, all of them are fermenting. Even though they arrive in a different week or month, they are all fermenting. We are keeping them all, an eye on it. And sometimes it is 60 or 70 barrels working at the same time, and we're taking temperature, density, everything every day. So it is a hard work.
Yeah, this is one of the reasons no one uses this technique, or nearly no one. It's a technique that exists in France since a very short time. Actually,
very
Oh, it's new.
it's
new.
kind of new. They use it for some like 1, 2, 3 barrel only for some lots. They think it's good to use it on it, and us we tried for everything. And I think it works very well here because, well, the goal with this fermentation is because you add the juice and the grape, which is still sugar, in the barrel, it integrates the wood taste more slowly. And we believe it's a better integration. And we didn't know at first. We tried it, not on everything, but we tried it at first, and we really liked it here. And I think it works very well in Mexico because a lot of red wine can have high degrees of alcohol, more high than Bordeaux, which is 12, 12.5. Usually here it's very easy to be 13.5 to 14. So that's why I believe it worked very well here. And when we tried a lot of wine, when we arrived, we tried, for us was a bit too oaky. We would feel it's too oaky in the nose and in the mouth, so we use this technique to have the oak, but like on the side. We want first the aromas and then to have the oak on the side. We still want it, but not to first feel only the oak and nothing else.
Yeah.
So that's why we use this technique. It's a more slow integration that...
Has winemaking gotten better in France, you think, now than...
Lastly, I think there is new machine that's really great, but it's still going pretty slowly, and I don't think it's...
They don't want to change too much, huh?
No,
Yeah.
they're not on this kind of side of things, but they do a great job so far.
Yeah.
The big change that I would like, and a lot of people would like, would be to find something that do the same thing or better than the sulfite. But we haven't been able to find it yet. That's why a lot of people still use sulfite. It's the best thing to protect your wine. basically, to this day. But some people try to find other things.
At least here in Mexico, the minimum and the maximum sulfites you can use, it's a big difference. So each winery decides how much to use. It's true that many young people, it's like against them, like the worst thing ever into a wine. But I mean, it is what preserves your wine. At the end, you have to bring something healthy to your consumer. And you're not gonna give something that you did it without knowing it's gonna be ready for it and it's gonna be healthy to drink it. So a wine without sulfites, it is hard to achieve. And I understand the concern that people think that many headaches or many hangovers is because of the sulfites, but there are many other stuff that they should care about more than sulfites. So we use the less that we can, and this is why we can drink all of our wines and they're gonna be pretty.
Yes, it's very important. Something in France and in a lot of places is to know your sulfites and to add less possible, enough to protect, but you don't want too much. There is regulation in France where there is you can't be more than 1 point for red and for white, a bit more for white. And we use the same. There is no regulation here, but we use the same for our wine. Like, we don't want too much. It's not good for anyone to have too much anyway. It's not necessary. If you do if you do good work with your wine, it's not necessary to have a lot of sulfite. And we do one natural, which is the orange wine.
Yes.
And we add less sulfites, but we still add a bit before bottling. I think it's very important to make it drinkable for more time, like at least 3 years. I think a wine without sulfite, you have to drink it very fast because it will probably oxidate very, very fast.
Good morning from Adobe Guadalupe. Adobe Guadalupe is a vineyard here in the Valle de Guadalupe region of Mexico. Mrs. Miller came here back, in the late 90s and built this amazing vineyard, oasis, restaurant. She has horses here. She has a 6-room inn here. Lots of vines. Beautiful, beautiful property. Hot tub over there steaming. The views of the mountains are just incredible here in Valle de Guadalupe. This valley is nestled up in the valley from Ensenada, Mexico in Baja. We'll walk over and see the gift shop next and the food truck. Onto the left there was where the rooms are. There's 6 rooms there. Now on the property here, this is where the gift shop is and the food truck. You can do wine tastings in the gift shop or down in the main cellar. This food truck here is known by everybody in this valley to be one of the hot spots, best food trucks here. In fact, other vineyard owners come here to eat lunch at that food truck there on the left. This is her garden area. You can sit down and eat. There's the shop. But this food truck, this farm table food truck, gets lots and lots of attention. We ate lunch the first time we were there. We actually ate dinner with Mrs. Miller last night, True Miller, the owner of Adobe Guadalupe. We ate dinner with her last night in her dining room. It was an amazing, amazing meal. Great company, great times. Mrs. Miller is one of our favorite vineyard owners down here. And she is truly an icon down here. She's been down here since the late 90s, like I've said. It's one of the very first wineries to get her wine into New York. I remember buying her wine back in 2005, 2006 at Aromatime. Olive trees are a very integral part down here of the economy. When you look all over the place, you see vines, but olive trees are probably the second here most important part of agriculture in this region. And there's olive trees dotted all over. It sort of reminds me of southern Italy, like Apulia, all the olive trees and all the vines. And she built this property, by the way. This is her. She had an architect design that and build it. Down here is the wine room down there to the right. We can go down those arches. Lots of lemon and lime trees and orange trees throughout the property here. And even persimmons and even pomegranate we saw down here as well throughout all the vineyards. But citrus is the most popular. Trees everywhere. That's the tower to her wine cellar. As you walk down here, the wine cellar's on the right-hand side. Big bar down there, and all the barrel aging room is down there. It's just magnificent. Even if you don't plan on spending the night here, this is definitely a must come and walk around the property and check things out. There are 6 rooms here, like I said. They're on the other side of the property, on the right-hand side of the property when you walk in. Mrs. Miller actually lives on property on the left-hand side, and in the middle is the communal kitchen, living room, communal space like that. To our right over there, where those chairs were, is the restaurant Cuervo, which is their restaurant on premise here. Down there are the horses. We'll visit them in a few minutes. You might be able to see a little bit of white dusting on the vines on the bottom of the roots there as we go through here. Right to the left, you can see some of those white dustings. That white dusting is to help relieve the salinity in the soil. A lot of the wines down here get a little bit saltiness to them, and that's just because of the soil composition, and we're actually quite close to the ocean as well. We're only 30 minutes or so from the Pacific Ocean here in the valley. There's the sunrise on there, the horses. I don't remember what breed she said these are, but Mrs. Miller's very proud of this breed. These are all the females down here. There's a barn up on the opposite side of the property that has an arena and a little amphitheater, and she has horse shows there. This horse here was a little friendly with me. Came over, wanted some attention. The rose bushes in front. Some vineyards will plant a rose bush in front as a help or as an indicator to what's happening with the vines. Rose bushes will attract, those rose bushes right there will attract bugs, infections. They'll attract things first before the vines do. So those are indicators, sort of like an alarm saying, hey, the rose bush has this. Next it's going to go to the vines. So it's sort of an indicator, a warning, saying this is what's possibly going to happen to the vines. So this is a way that they can be proactive with their vines and keep their vines healthy. This happens on a lot of organic farms. They will put roses on every row. Welcome to Hacienda Guadalupe and Vinos Melcham. This property started out as a hotel, restaurant, and later winery. We're going to meet with Daniel and Daniel. Daniel is the head winemaker. He's also the owner of Vin Sur, who we've been to in the past. And we're going to meet with Daniel, the owner of this property. So both Daniels are going to walk us through wine philosophy, winemaking styles, and through their wines here. And this is a brand new building. This is a beautiful, beautiful property. So join us for the tasting.
Parota, they call it. Parota. Parota. It's a huge tree that grows in central Mexico. Especially in the states of Colima and Chiapas. And what they do is, we plant this wood, you will see it everywhere. Beautiful. They actually don't cut the trees on purpose. Because you see, they have in those places in Mexico, they do have hurricanes. And these trees are huge. So with those strong winds, they just knock them out, and then people just make, tabletops and all sorts of furniture.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah, so this is a small barrel room right here. So you see the difference in materials. Building materials right here is more like a normal winery. We have rock on the walls, we have stone on the walls, and concrete floors, wood on the ceiling, and
the smell.
And the smell, of course, of winemaking itself.
That's what it is,
Yes. Yeah, this is wine. Yeah, and the wood. This next wine, what was it? Tempranillo. It's Tempranillo. Tempranillo is Mono. We do make four labels, and Tempranillo is 100% Tempranillo. Some of the grapes that we make that wine is from ginger, and we bought another part of the wines in Bali and Santa Ensenada is called San Vicente. We make very limited productions of this. We make 2,500 cases per year.
This wine right here.
Of all of the wines, all of the labels. Yes. Yeah.
This is Tempranillo, 100% Tempranillo?
100% Tempranillo. 12 months in barrel. We use only French wood.
I love this
French
one.
barrel.
Concentrated.
It's good. You like this one? Not your style, more my style? Yeah.
I don't love Tempranillo.
But this is such
I don't love
this is not a normal Tempranillo.
No. But this is a nice,
Not a normal
It's
Tempranillo.
kind of
love that
like
one.
silky.
Warm.
Like kind of on the tongue a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, do you get that like silkiness?
I love it.
Yeah.
And we'll go from, of course, that from let's say the softest one to the strongest. We're finished with the Nebbiolo. The Nebbiolo is it's a lot of the structure. That's
Stronger than this one.
Stronger than that. Yeah.
Mexican.
Yeah.
This is the Italian. It's
Heavier.
from here. On this part.
And of course, in a mono wine, you can actually, and you should taste, the grape right there. But, what's the difference from a Tempranillo made in Mexico and the one made in Spain? Again, the terroir. The terroir and, or specifically here in Valle de Guadalupe, terroir is way different than other state of Mexico, for example, Querétaro or Zacatecas, where they make wine also. But here we have really hot summers and cool nights because we have the ocean breeze at night coming and showering the grapes, the vineyards overnight. And but the grapes right here develop a thicker skin in order for them to resist the sunlight during the day.
When it gets hot.
Yeah. So that's why the expression is different. We love it because it produces more wines, like more expressive, more earthy wines, more everything, every characteristic of the grape is it actually it shows stronger. I don't know how to say it in English, but it shows stronger than anywhere else in the world. Because we lack water.
Bolder. It's
Bolder.
bigger.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Concentration.
The
Exactly.
concentration is
Because one of the exactly, you got it right, exactly. And one of the factors that make that is because we don't have enough water compared to Europe. In Europe they don't even irrigate the grapes.
Oh, they don't.
They don't.
No.
No.
New York either.
They get a lot of water, rainwater. And but here we have to irrigate and just we do it by
Drip?
a drip, yeah.
Just to preserve it right on the vine, huh?
Yes, exactly. So we call it the vineyard. The plant it gets stressed, so it gets the roots. They build up really deep because they go down for looking water, looking humidity. So that's why the expression of the grapes is very interesting here in the Valle. We love that. As winemakers, we really love it.
What's the name of this one?
This is a Merlot 100%. You see you're gonna. I know
the labels are much different on the inside.
Okay, Melchum. It pronounced Melchum is my wife's maiden name.
Just in case.
Take lessons, boys.
Wow.
You see, you guys are gonna need your own wine, and name after you, of course.
She's the president of our company, so.
Wine name after you. Yeah, Melchum it's a really last name that is not common in Mexico. That's why we decided to name one of our houses after Melchum after that. Because it's not common to when you see the name Melchum, what does that mean? What it is? It's something again, marketing different. So people ask what it means.
I like the name.
Melchum.
Yeah.
Melchum.
Sounds strong.
Yeah. And the hand in the label, the hand in the label is of course it represents most of the labor. We do it by hand, since the vineyard and here in the winery, and the vines that go around it. Probably if you look closer, you will see cherries, you will see strawberries, you will see figs.
Oh yeah.
Because those are the fruits that eventually you're going to find, not in this wine in particular, but in some of the wines.
Who does the artwork for it?
Local designers.
Really?
Local designers, yeah. And this, we're drinking the Merlot. The Merlot, okay, the particular about this wine is, 100% of these grapes are from our vineyard, the Merlot, 100%. We make around 250 cases of that every year. And we love this wine because it's with our own grapes, our own vineyard, and we really take care of that, of the vineyard. So this Merlot, especially year after year, it gets an award. This, for example, is gold medal. The international wine competition from Brussels, in Europe, they have an edition that they do make here in Mexico. And year after year, this has been winning gold medals.
Oh, that's awesome.
Wow.
This is the 2018. 12 months in barrel and 1 year in the bottle, and then we release it to the public. Yeah.
Like a very express.
I'm trying to figure out what time it is in New York. I'm trying to think. My dad had dialysis. Dialysis at 4:30. So I want to call him. So I just want everybody to know when to call.
This next one is the Cabernet Sauvignon. Again, it's the same. It's from our own vineyard, limited production. 100% Cabernet Sauvignon.
Red grapes right here, huh?
Yeah.
Cabernet right here.
Yeah, it's where we have the hotel. In
Yeah.
front of the hotel, we have the biggest vineyard now. It's 4 acres.
Yeah.
We have over there Merlot and Cabernet Sauvignon.
How many acres of vineyard do you have there? How many acres?
My property or
For in grape here, yeah. Just on your property.
my grape 4 acres.
4.
Planted, yeah.
But then you buy.
Then, yeah, of course, it's very common that we buy grapes right here by or
But also-
San Vicente, south of Ensenada. That's very common.
Will you go up north by like, where were the other grapes being grown, Marcus? North?
North of Baja or
North in Tecate?
Yeah.
Tecate. They don't have enough production.
Oh, they don't.
They don't. No,
Is that new there for them?
No, actually, you know what? It's the oldest wine vineyards right there.
It's in Tecate.
Tecate. Yeah. Wow. Tecate and then somewhere in south of Ensenada. But the biggest valley and the biggest grape grower, Valle de San Vicente, south of Ensenada. It's the biggest.
South of Ensenada.
Yes, it's about 1 hour south of Ensenada. It's called San Vicente.
Is that where we're going?
We're going there on
to
Friday.
Oh, there you go.
And Santa Tomas, right?
Okay, yeah.
On Friday.
And will you buy grapes from there or juice from there or no?
No grapes, but
Grapes.
not from
So-
Palafox or no, it's just from actually just a specific wine, grape grower. It's called Guiliano, Colorado.
In the wine business, are people usually buying grapes or will they buy juice too?
Grapes.
Mostly grapes.
They want to crush.
Yeah, so everybody has grapes.
You don't want to buy single juice.
No, that's very common
In the States,
In the
right?
States,
Yeah.
yeah, but not here in Mexico.
Okay.
We do buy grapes.
We should be small.
Right.
It's not necessarily by wine.
Yeah.
Just by grapes.
Right.
So we make cider.
Yeah, we make apple cider.
We make cider. We make
Okay.
juice.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
right, you go.
So we'll go. We can go to the orchard and choose the apples, and then they'll crush them, and then buy the juice.
Okay.
That way it's not so sticky. A lot of sugar. You gotta have the press. We have a press, but literally, yeah. So
Yeah, no, here it's not common to buy juice.
yeah.
Everybody buys the grapes, because you want to do your
You want to
style
control the
of
process.
the
Right.
process, exactly. The fermentation,
Yeah.
your style of fermentation. I don't know. It's pretty rare that somebody wants juice. Rare.
Were you interested in wine when you were in Orange County, or?
Actually, my wife and I taste and interested in wine was we developed it over in Orange County because I drive specifically in that area. There's a lot of really good, nice restaurants.
Yeah.
Wherever you go, they have a big wine variety, wine, and I have a relative right there that he was back then way into wine, and so we went to visit Paso Robles and all of the region there in California, and we fell in love with the wine culture.
It's cool.
California, and then the dream was to come here in Mexico and do it here and do it personally. It's amazing. The feeling is just amazing.
Nice work.
Because it's really it's incredible. The satisfaction that you feel when you see and drink your own wine out of the bottle.
Yeah.
Everything that is behind that. Just before the bottle is crazy and amazing.
It's like a restaurant, right? Everything that goes into what goes on the plate, like nobody sees any of that. You don't see behind the scenes how hard we work to get all the pieces together to get it there. So it's the same thing as a golf.
The beautiful plate and the beautiful
Everything,
beach.
right? The chef and the servers and training and
Buying plates.
Yes.
like everything that goes into that. It's the same as
Exactly.
same thing. It's where your food comes
It's
from.
a form of art.
At least our restaurant is.
What?
At least our restaurant is.
We would.
No, most of them are.
Not all restaurants.
I mean, not all restaurants put the love into it.
Right.
But there's still a lot behind the scenes that nobody ever sees.
In any restaurant, you walk behind the
Any
scenes.
restaurant. Like you think you walk into a restaurant and sit down and it's so easy, right? Oh my gosh, staff didn't show up today. Who's covering
It's
that
as
shit?
hard as flying a plane.
It's just,
Yeah.
All the checklists.
Exactly.
One person doesn't show up on time, everything gets thrown off.
Yeah.
The front door doesn't get open at the right time, the light's not on the right dimmer,
It's all the same. I mean, it's the same.
it's
right?
like a flying
You get
plane.
breaks a day,
Everything
right?
everybody has to be perfect to get everything out at that point at that time.
It's the same thing, right? It's the same thing.
Well, I'm not going to get into your guys' business then. I'm going to go into the wine.
It's the same thing.
We sold some. Yeah. We sold cider, and the place that I sold cider to had it on tap, and they had a bunch of choices. And I sat at their bar, and customers would come in, and then finally someone would order ours, and I'd just wait for them to take a drink and talk about it, and yeah, it feels so good, you know. So
That was pretty exciting.
it was fun.
Yeah, that's like our newest.
So when you see someone open a bottle somewhere, yeah.
And they taste the love that went into it, like the whole thing. Just appreciation. Yeah.
So for us, we have 200 wines on the list.
Okay.
90% of the wines we've personally been through like this. Spain,
Okay.
all of Italy, all of New York, lots and lots of California, and now by Guadalupe. So when her and I the other day, we were looking at our whole wine rack, and I looked at it, I said, when every bottle you pick up, there's a memory.
Yes.
Every bottle, there's a memory, there's a story. There's, and there's a reason why that bottle's here. With a lot of wineries we don't buy from because we don't like the wine. We don't like the owners. There's things we don't like about it. We've been there and we don't like it. So we don't buy it. But every bottle we pull off our shelf has a story of why it's there.
That's really
And a
good.
story like this.
That's really good.
Yes.
And that's really good. That's something that you can tell to your customers, you know, to the people who go to your place and order a bottle of wine. You know, so that's amazing. You know? That's incredible.
We call it a story in every pour.
Story in every pour. That's good. Story in every pour. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is our next wine, the Nebbiolo.
Oh, that's a Cabernet.
Nebbiolo, it's been 18 months in barrel.
18.
18 months in the barrel and a year in the bottle. This is actually Nebbiolo grapes eaten by Guadalupe are very expressive and very different, and every year after year, they're becoming very popular. It's becoming the Valle de Guadalupe Nebbiolos. We make
I
more
don't
than
like
any
Barolo.
other grapes
I
in
like
Mexico.
Barolo, but I like Nebbiolo from here.
Yeah.
I do not like Italian Nebbiolos, which is Barolo, expensive.
Barbaresco.
Barbaresco, I don't like them.
Expensive grapes, not for us.
Nebbiolo.
Nebbiolo.
Yes.
That Nebbiolo is the most expensive grape.
Why? Is it because everyone wants it, or because?
Bueno, I think it's because Nebbiolo right now is more popular.
Yeah,
obviously.
so raise the price.
And that's not a lot.
Oh, there
Not
is
a
a
lot. Not a lot planted.
Another thing, when you made a Nebbiolo wine, the wine is very stronger, darker, stricter. We can say, okay, the wine is very good.
Yeah, this wine I will ask you for a grilled ribeye steak, grilled New York.
Yeah, you need it for food.
I like it. A little bit of smokiness. Yeah.
Yes, chocolate, a little more.
That's yummy.
I love this wine.
Yeah, no, it's yummy.
Yeah, I love this.
Great with all the food I like.
Oh, we're using that one.
Yeah, this is.
How many rooms do you have at
The hotel? 16.
16? And then a restaurant?
2 restaurants.
2 restaurants?
Yes.
Wow. Your retirement is easy peasy.
I forgot about it. No retirement for me, yeah. No, we love it. It's
Yeah,
amazing.
it's
We have,
easy, right?
we have a good team, working for us, and actually, both of our daughters, they are in the company, working in the
Oh, they
company. Yes. The oldest, she's a chef, and she's not in the kitchen, but she's in the office of the restaurant. And Paulina, the little one, she has an MBA in managing tourist
Really?
companies. Yes.
Perfect. You built the perfect business.
Yeah. Well, and they chose to go to school to study that. Yeah. But my little daughter, my baby, she's 31. And the oldest is 36.
31 and 36.
31 and 36, yes.
Wow. So the business is wine, but is that still the big business here for you? Is it, or will the restaurant or the hotel end up?
No, the biggest business is the hotel.
Is the hotel?
The hotel,
Yeah.
The hotel.
So bring people in, take care of them.
And then the restaurant.
And then feed them.
Yeah.
It's a whole.
You know, actually, you know, probably you heard this before he invited, but you will, you know, we joke about the, you know, having owning a winery. You know, it's the most expensive hobby of the world, making wine or owning a winery. And also, when people ask you, what would you need what would you need to establish and building a winery and we tell them, well, first you need to be a millionaire. And then after investing in the winery, you become a rich guy, but not a you just invest a lot of money. And you know, it's the winery business is a way long term.
I think everyone in the winery business had a lot of money before they were in the winery business. Like horses, you know, I don't know, because
well, big wineries, yes.
You know,
small like this one.
Yeah, the small ones. They just built
But
it up.
you know, it's a way long term. You know, the return of your investment is way longer because you know just think of this. When you first plant the vineyard, you need to wait 3 or 4 years in order to make the first.
Right, just get the first picking.
Exactly.
First picking.
And then
you gotta put in the
1 year in the barrel. You have right there you have 5. 1 year in the bottle, the 6th, and then in the 7th year you need to invest a lot of money for marketing in order to sell it and let people know you make wine. So you're talking about at least 10 years, at least, in order, you know, when you see a little bit of return.
To get breathing room.
Yes, and then after that, you know, you start growing little by little, and
Eventually you'll make money.
and eventually my great grandkid is gonna make money.
That's what we say all the time. Our grandkids are gonna love us.
Grandkids, yeah.
We're working hard for that.
It's beautiful what you built.
Well, thank you, thank you. Let's go to the next room. Is just for you guys to see what
I'm always so impressed by
And
this.
you are welcome to grab one wine.
Nebbiolo.
Shannon has it. We have a way to go. We try not to.
Here's all your money, stainless steel. Exactly. And you know what? Yeah. Glad you have an idea how much this costs.
Yeah. Ours are different because we don't get the dimple.
No?
But ours are jacketed with glycol.
Okay. Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yours doesn't have the dimples.
No?
But very similar.
All this is from Italy.
Oh, it is?
All this is from Italy.
Wow.
Yeah. And you see when we were telling you about how we check the color of the rosé? This right here.
Oh, there. Open it up, huh?
Yeah, so we open that and we just notice that we see the color.
And you're fine.
Welcome to Montchanique and a Trio restaurant here in the Guadalupe Valley in Baja, Mexico. Montchanique was founded in the late 80s, and it was Mexico's first fine winery. Montchanique came in here and said this region is very capable of producing some fine wines, and we're going to do it. So Montchanique paved the way for fine Mexican wine. And now their restaurant, A Trio, is producing some world-class, amazing food. You must stay here and eat. It is an amazing restaurant right on their waterfront, right here in Guadalupe.
got those anyway.
Look at those limes.
That's cool, huh?
Yep.
More sauce and onions. For the pork tacos, it's that for you make your tacos.
Jim, do you want another oyster?
Take the last one.
Put that stuff in it.
I was very worried about it.
Here. With some of this.
I just put it in and mix it?
Shan.
That's what he said.
See that onion and cilantro? No, that's onion and cilantro. Drop that in, please. And then a little that red pickle. And then a nice squeeze of lemon. A little squeeze up there.
Just arrived at Finca Altozano, Javier Plasencia's, one of his restaurants here in Valle de Guadalupe. And long day of wine tasting. We did 3 vineyards today. We just finished down the road at Casa Magoni. Casa Magoni, he's been here for, I don't know, I've heard 42 years, I've heard 50 years. He's like the godfather of wine here in the Guadalupe Valley. He's worked for a couple of the other vineyards, and in his retirement opened up his own vineyard here down the road, Casa Magoni. But we're Finca Altozano right now. We were at the opening of Ani Malone the other night, which is one of Javier's other restaurants that moved into this property right here. And we were there for opening night. It was like industry night. We just happened to stumble upon it, and it was really a cool experience. We sat down with Javier's son and daughter. We sat down with Lulu, the winemaker from Bruma, and some of the staff from Fauna was there. They were there helping out. So now we're at Finca. Jamie and I have eaten here before, and we're back here because we loved it so much, and it's just an amazing restaurant. So stay tuned for some more pics, images, updates, and all that kind of stuff here from Finca Altozano.
Mexican flag. Mexican flag.
A little bit of everything?
Mexican flag.
Here we go, yeah.
Green, white, and red?
That one is fire right there.
Is it?
So good.
You want to taste it?
I like that one, the Massy Sesame one. Yeah.
That's fantastic, that one.
Yeah.
Day 5 of Baja of Valle de Guadalupe. We are checking out of Adobe Guadalupe. Just had breakfast with Mrs. Miller, and we are checking out of here. We're on the road. Tony, our driver, is here waiting for us, and we are off to some new wineries today. Wineries that I don't know about, so that's gonna be exciting. Love meeting new friends, drinking new wine, and new experiences. So we're headed off to, I don't even know the names of the wineries, so you have to stay tuned. It was set up by our wine importer, and all right, we just got to Casa de Piedra. We pulled in. Here's the Casa de Piedra building. This is the old building. They have a new construction on top of the building. When we first got here, we stepped in here. The back courtyard of this building is beautiful. It's like walking into an Italian villa. But we're going to go up the mountain to the new tasting room, the new construction.
It's a family winery, so the owners are the Familia da Costa. We are Mexican, and today it's going to be with you during the tasting, Daniela da Costa. She is the daughter.
Excellent. Excellent. Wow, it's beautiful up here.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
We have a small vineyard here of Chardonnay. And this is the grape we use for the only white wine we have here at Casa de Piedra, which is Piedra de Sol, that you're going to taste in vineyard. Okay? The rest of the vineyards are on Valle de Guadalupe. We have another winery. We are proud of it. Casa de Piedra is very classic winery, traditional, and then Aborigen is right here on the other side of the parking lot. That's the experimental winery. So everything that you can do with wine, it goes to Aborigen. Yes. And then Paralelo, it's like the brother of Casa de Piedra. It has a very traditional method of making wines, and that's where we have the rest of the vineyards. Okay?
Great. And you have a restaurant here too?
Yes, Conchas de Piedra, but it's an open restaurant, so for today, because of the rain, it won't be.
Hi, I'm Daniela from Casa de Piedra. Please join Marcus and Jamie here to have some sparkling wine and oysters.
Welcome to Chateau Camus. Chateau Camus was founded in 1995. They were the first ones to win international gold medals for their wine. So they helped put Mexico on the map. Another family-owned winery. We're going to meet with Sergio, the head winemaker here, and he's going to do a tasting and give us an amazing tour. And we're going to do barrel sampling. We're going to check out the filtering of the new rosé vintage. This is an amazing tasting, and Sergio is such a great guy. And we can't wait to come back here and visit Chateau Camus and Sergio. So check this video out. We're going to be doing some intense wine tasting through the whole part of the winery here. All parts of it. Here's the degustation, the tasting room. Welcome to Chateau Camus.
High-end, high line. So we try. Okay.
Over here. Oh, it's gonna be the new Prado. Well, be careful.
Hey, be careful because we're going through and they're pumping wine and they're pumping wine.
Marcus, if you saw our brewery, feels a lot like this.
Yeah, lots of big tanks like this.
No, it's the filters.
Oh, filters.
Yeah.
No, that's the filters.
We have two filters, the air filters and the placas. So we pre-filters with this
From the
filters
tank,
all
you're
the
going
time.
through.
And then the last filters, we use the cartuchos. You know cartuchos?
Canister.
Canister.
Yeah.
So this is the production area. We fermentation the wine here. And some wine we warm in this tank. Now we finish the vintage. All the wines finish the fermentation. So now we prepare the new blends. We wait for put the wine in the old barrel. So some wine we started here for maybe 1 week, and then we put in the old barrel. For example, this Petit Verdot. In the next week, we put in the old barrel. We filter this rosé, and the next week we bottling, and we translate this umbral new, because the next week we bottle too. All this area is the control de temperatura for the fermentation.
The temperature.
We have different tanks for different wine, different variety.
11, 14. On purpose, yeah?
Sorry?
This one's 11.
Yes.
Colder.
Yes, colder,
Yeah.
because we stabilize the
Do you crash it when you ferment? Do you go colder to stop the yeast?
Yeah.
Right.
We put 1 or 2 grapes.
Yeah.
For 48 hours.
Yeah.
We stay quiet the wine, and for static, the wine is clean.
Yeah.
And then we move for the oral tank and start the fermentation.
And then will you chill it to stop the fermentation? You go chill it colder?
Yeah. For maybe,
So here it's just settling.
Yeah.
To clean.
Yeah.
To clean
It's
it.
natural clean, and
Yeah.
then we translate for the oral tank, and then filter.
So you know, like in beer, my tank will go down.
Yeah.
You don't do it here.
We have, for that operation,
Yeah.
we have these doors.
The
you
small,
know?
the lower door.
Yes, and then we put the hose here,
Yeah.
and when it's empty, we open and aspiramos,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
for this area, hasta que...
Because you won't use that.
Yeah.
Yeah. All the sediment, you know, is coming down.
That's some are specific for wine.
Oh, it is?
Yes, the el mecanismo is the lobular, you know. That's a lobulus.
Low pressure.
Low pressure, so el fluido va por secciones.
Okay.
You know?
There's not too much pressure.
Not too
Doesn't
much
disturb
pressure.
it too much.
Probably you don't want
That's-
too much air, too, right? You want to influence it.
The oxygen for the oxygen, we
Carmenere, look at that.
we have a laboratory. We make the
Nebbiolo.
basic analysis. Alcohol, acidez, pH, volátil,
Lactic acid,
bacteria.
bacteria, yeah.
So that's
Most of those wineries, not going to have a bigger laboratory.
No,
Yeah,
no.
you have a bigger one.
And that is very important.
Yeah.
It's the brain of the winery.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, we try.
15 minutes. Very cool.
Yeah, this is great.
Yeah. Oh, French style or no?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's Provence style. A little bit for clean.
Oh, that's not.
It's like that's all you get.
You're cut off.
I was like, oh, he loves the wine with that.
Save the rosé.
That's beautiful.
Today we finished the second filters, so maybe the flavor is not too good because boom, boom, you know, too much.
A little shocked.
Yeah, but it's very nice for drink of it's very interesting the experience. Try, you know?
So how much longer in the tank?
2,000 liters. How long?
And how long with the skin? Not too long.
No.
Barrel tasting, barrel samples of the new rosé.
And then when will it go from here to the bottle?
Oh, wow.
Next week, right from here.
And it's just getting filtered today too. Right there's a filtering process.
Almost finished.
Yeah. But today we filter, so maybe the flavor is not too high because too much.
Too much shocking, like bottle shock. When they ship wine, just move. Yeah. You never drink. You never drink wine right off the boats. You let them settle down for a month. Let them settle down for a month after transit. The wine's been moved too much.
Really?
Yep. The wine's alive and it's transforming and.
It changes the flavor.
It's very interesting when you're tasting the wine when you too much flavors, but if you do drinks the similar wine 1 month ago, wow,
Really?
push the flavors maybe.
It's hard to be the winemaker. It's hard.
Yeah.
Because you're guessing, right?
Yeah.
Like you taste this and you're like,
It's ready.
no, you're like, oh shit. But then 1 month from now, you're like, I am magnificent.
But making New York famous is Cabernet Franc.
Thank you.
This is new.
Brand new.
New. So no brand new. This fermentation 1 month ago. So
you put it in here 30 days.
In barrel. Maybe the next week we put in the oak barrel for 1 or 2 años. So I want to show you the new wine.
How do
It's
you
very
know?
interesting.
How do you know when it's finished here?
Sorry?
So you put it in here, you're fermenting.
Yeah.
How do you know how long before you just tasting?
Tasting, okay.
All the time.
In the lab or no?
No.
Because that's just for purities.
Yeah. The laboratory is good because it say it's very good for the bacteria. You know.
Right. But everything else is by taste.
Yes. Yeah. I want to show you. This is the in, you know. It's dirty.
There, yep. That's the in.
Yes, sir.
And now the out.
This is the exit or the out.
Oh, it's just up right now. I see.
Who's stepping on the
It's very true. What's happened?
What's his name? What's his name?
What's happened?
Come on, what happened?
It's very true.
That was fantastic. Here's the guy that wins the winery arm wrestling competition.
Okay.
I love the property here. Right on the hill.
In the middle of the mountain. Well, sometimes when it rain a lot, we have a flower falls.
Oh, you do?
Cascada.
Yeah. Catches it up there, yeah. Yeah. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Right.
If you go up there in the mountain,
Yeah.
you can see a valley, very nice valley.
Yeah.
Small valley, but a lot of vineyards
Over there.
over there.
Over the second one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do it. because I want to be hiking.
This area is the bottling.
Oh, so it's going there.
Yes. We put in this tank, and then we filters, and then bottle. This
It's a nice one.
Huh?
It's nice.
It's good. It's old machine,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
we work.
How many? 12?
12 years.
Yeah, 12.
But work very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
At my brewery, 3. We should get a video of that one. Wow. Wow.
Yeah, that's one here.
Wow. Jamie, get a lot of wide angle shots.
Wow. This is beautiful.
Yeah.
Amazing. It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
As a winemaker, just
Yeah.
right.
We have a keep a team, you know?
Yeah.
Spreadsheet after spreadsheet. Google Docs.
Okay, I want to show you.
Okay, we're on the hunt for Cabernet Franc.
So this is the one we just tasted that was brand new.
Right, we tasted out of the stainless steel before barrel aging.
This is the French American oak. Cabernet Sauvignon 2018. So you tried 2021, and now we are tasting the 2018, no?
How many years in here?
So 2018, 22 months. This is ready. Maybe the one month we translate this wine the tank, and then
What do they call this?
Venecia.
Venecia?
Venecia.
Gracias.
Or here in Mexico called Ladrón. You know Ladrón? Spoken.
So you smell the old.
I want to show you the difference between two American oak and French oak. The similar wine, you know?
So this is American.
This is American, you know?
Where does it come from? Do you know? The oak?
United States.
But do you know what part or no?
Missouri.
Missouri.
Missouri typically.
Is that why Missouri is this
Yeah.
wine place, huh?
Missouri's typically oak.
Yeah.
You can get stuff. I'm sure there's people making cooperages by you making small barrels in Washington, like us in New York, but Missouri is more commercial.
Huh.
Is the American oak in this area is sweet in the
Yeah. Have they tried other? Well,
Yeah.
we have that other wood. What was it called?
You can have Slovenian
oak.
You can have oak from Romanian oak. There's oak from or other countries
What
too.
was the other wood though that we had at the?
I forgot what she
I
said.
forget the name of it.
Slovenian oak is simply those huge barrels. They make the big barrels and you can walk into a gym.
So that's from 20, huh?
Sorry. 20 this day.
So you taking pictures?
We translate.
Wine angles?
No?
Oh, you roll it.
Lo ponemos un tanque and then clean up the barrel and then again.
Back in again.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because the wine.
Original, right?
Yeah.
18, huh?
Yeah.
And then in 20, you take it out.
Yeah.
Clean up the barrel.
And then put again in the barrel.
Wow, it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
You hear that? So they don't just look at these two selfie girls. Oh my God, TikTok.
It's gonna be bad.
Okay, now we try this one.
This is French oak, huh?
Okay, so we're going from American oak to French oak. Same wine. And this is going to be a great example of how oak makes a difference.
Which one do you prefer typically? French or American? French, yeah.
Depend
More
of the wine.
expensive, huh?
Yeah. Depend of the wine.
Day 6 in Mexico of our food and wine adventure. We are in beautiful Ensenada right now at the marina, walking back to our hotel. Saw the sun rise over those mountains over there. Saw dolphins at sunrise swimming in the ocean. There were 3 dolphins at least, or probably more, but there were 3 at least surfacing at one time. And that was a beautiful sight this morning from our top floor balcony. So day 6, another adventurous day. We had great Italian food last night at the Tony's. Met Tony, the chef there. Really talented, very small restaurant, very hard to get into. We had to do some name dropping to get in there. But we got in and we met him. And it's one of those places you don't ask for salt and don't be late, else you're not getting in. He will tell you, sorry, not now, come back. But he was a great guy and we met him, and amazing food. After Mexican food all week, Italian food was quite the change up. It was awesome. But today, day 6, we're heading into Ensenada this morning. We're getting an early lunch at La Guernese, which is Mexico's best ceviche restaurant. I love ceviche. Scallops, shrimp, fish. I love it. And we're going to see her take on it. Last time we were here, we visited her. One restaurant was closed across the street, so we're going to go to the main restaurant today. The cocktails there were amazing last time, the mezcal cocktails. Then our trusted driver, Tony, is going to head us down south about an hour to Santo Tomas Vineyard, one of the oldest vineyards. It is the oldest vineyard here on the peninsula in Baja. Super excited about that. We're super excited about everything we've done. It's been an amazing week. And then we are heading over to our friend Jaime Palafox at Aldo Cesar Palafox Vineyard, his family's vineyard that he runs. We're going to go down there and meet with Jaime and drink some more wine. And we're going to actually have lunch at Santo Tomas at their restaurant. So that's a new winery for us today, a new visit. But Jaime Palafox is not. Jaime Palafox is just a great host and great guy, and we have his wines in New York. And we also have Santo Tomas's wines. So, and then from there, we're going to have Tony, our driver and tour guide that's been for the week here. We knew Tony from our last trip too, so Tony's a great guy. We're gonna use Tony every time we come down. From there, we're coming back to Husson's and doing the whole margarita thing. We're going to decide who has the best margarita in Ensenada tonight. And that's gonna be super exciting. I don't think we have really dinner plans. We'll figure it out as we go. There's lots and lots of options. So that's it. Follow us for our adventure on day 6 in Ensenada. We are in Ensenada. We are in Ensenada, going to the famous La Guernese. Best ceviche.
Where's Tony at? We need to know which one to order.
Tony's right over there. Here.
Oh, they have the tacos here on the outside there, right?
There and there, right?
Okay,
Tony, which one should I get? That's amazing.
Fish pate, cod, crab salad.
Why do you call it B-roll? What in my video turns out better than your video?
It's just.
Is that the name?
B-roll's
That's
filler.
what they call it.
B-roll is filler.
But what if mine isn't filler? What if mine is main attraction? A-frame. A-frame.
A-roll.
A-frame.
Aquí los esperamos el 14 de abril del 2022. Comida de la guerrerense que está deliciosa. Aquí los espero. Gracias, hijos.
The guys come in and they're like the sommeliers and people sell, and they never know what they're tasting. You actually pay someone to, we're not there. They come in first and they sort of try the wines, and you always get someone like, so where's that from? Oh, that's France. Oh, that's Spain. And we love to do that.
Yeah. That was Jaime Palafox. Jaime Palafox is the owner of Palafox Vineyards in Mexico, south of Ensenada, about an hour south of Ensenada to be specific. And he was talking about how he loves to blind taste sommeliers, and sommeliers have no idea where the wine is from. His amazing wine, they always guess France or Italy or something like that. So, Jaime Palafox, his family's been in the wine business for 3 generations here. They have ties to the last 200 years of winemaking in this region. They are known to produce some of the best wines coming out of Mexico, specifically Baja. Their winemaker is Lulu. Lulu is the hotshot winemaker that calls Bruma her home and consults at some other places, and she has known Jaime for quite some time, so it was a natural fit for her to be the winemaker here. In fact, Jaime had brought her back from France, originally from here, so she makes the wine here. We absolutely love Palafox's wines, and Jaime just is an amazing person. The hospitality is amazing here. He doesn't let you leave when we show up, and that's what we just love about him. There's always something interesting, great wines, and we've been here twice, so we can't wait to go back. So, if you're in the Ensenada area in Baja, you would directly go about an hour south into the next wine valley down there, where Santo Tomas is, Santo Tomas Valley right there. And there's several wineries down there. When you do travel down in this area, there is not as many tasting rooms. There's definitely not as many restaurants, so go prepared when you head down to this area. However, the wines they make down here are superb. I mean, superb. The Chenin Blanc here, the Tempranillo, the Nebbiolo, everything they're making is just amazing, amazing quality. So come check it out, and we're going to jump into the rest of this time we spent here with Jaime at his vineyard with our friend Jim and Shannon. And he's just going to tell you about his philosophy and get in depth here about some of the wine. So enjoy the video here, and check out VIPWineryVacations.com for upcoming tours to Mexico, Italy, New York, and other wine regions.
It's being in the U.S. market is good for us because it's a more competitive market. So it's good to know if you're really competitive.
If you're competing.
Yeah, I mean you
guys are.
It makes you a better producer, I think. Just to be there and to have people tell you if they like it or not.
Here's an interesting thing that I've heard while I've been in Mexico, and I've had a Mexican chef, and it reminds me of Miguel.
Would you like some water, sparkling water?
You guys are so humble.
We have. Thank you.
Mexican people seem very humble, and you guys are already great. You know, so it feels like there's this competition, or that it's Mexican wine, but for me, it's just fantastic wine, period. Right? You could put France, Napa, whatever you wanted on the label, and I'd be like, it tastes really good.
We do blind tastings with our sales force in Mexico, Mexico City, and we always do like blind tastings like every 2 years. The guys come in and they're like the sommeliers and people sell, and they never know what they're tasting. You actually pay someone we're not there. They come in first and they sort of try the wines, and you always get someone like, so where's that from? Oh, that's France. Oh, that's Spain. And we love to do that. Yeah. But we love for them to realize that the product is of a good quality.
It is.
But instead of telling them, we just do like blind tastings.
It's smart, really smart.
And once they learn it and they figure it out, they're like, oh wow, I have something great to say.
Yeah. I hope the perception in the States isn't, you know what I mean? Because they're just not educated to it. They haven't been down here. They haven't tasted it. But like,
when the first time I tried to go to the U.S. market, I used to be the head of the Vendors Association here, like years ago, and I figured we have to go to the U.S. market because when I was in Rioja in 2008, they had just been past their very bad economic crisis, and like half of the great wineries in Rioja were owned by banks. People lost their wines, like 3-4 generations. So I thought, well, we have to look at the U.S. market as a way to hedge our bets. It's the closest export market. And I convinced like 30 wineries to go to the U.S. Wholesalers and Distillers Association meeting, convention and in Vegas that time. And we started looking into that. And it took us a while. It took us like 5 years after that. but it made sense to be in another market, and for us, that other market is an hour drive.
Yeah, it's easy.
So when people start asking, so wine from Mexico, not tequila or even mezcal, which was new then. So well, wine in California started here because actually grapes came from the south, and had it not been for a border, actually the whole history of the region is the same.
Yeah.
And so people caught on a little bit to that because it's
No,
true,
that's
actually.
it's true.
That's the way it
1500s, I think, huh?
Yeah, 1535.
Yeah.
Yeah, the mission here, 1591. Well, yeah, 1591. The 1535, the first mission, and actually the first mission in San Diego, 1537. So it started like that. That's why Russian River is called Russian River.
Yeah.
They had to get up there so the Russians would come in and take over the piece, proper territory. So it's sort of that. That's what we look for. It's how to explain to people just who we are and why we got here. If you look at people here, we are a lot more like people in California in terms of how the state grew and how it's full of immigrants than like people in Mexico. If you look at the family histories here, most of our families are immigrants. That's why you find Italians, French, Russians. Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Because we had a gold rush behind those mountains there.
Oh, it's gold.
Yeah, 10 years.
And everybody came.
After the California Gold Rush. I guess news traveled slow then, no? So they didn't find it there, they came down here. So that's why you have a guy making ricotta in, 30 miles from Ensenada, because the guy is actually from Italian origin. They came here for that gold rush, and they stayed. It's sort of, that's the history. But it's just, when you...
It's what every community is needing right now, right? When you realize the reason it's great is because people from everywhere brought their talents and their...
That's what we have here, Japanese,
Yeah.
Chinese, Russians, Oregon.
Yeah.
Italian.
I was telling them I want to go to Mexicali because I want to see the Chinese. Have some Chinese food and just
it's incredible.
learn more about that, right?
It's much better than here. It's incredible. It's Cantonese based and Szechuan.
Cantonese, right?
Some Hunan and Szechuan, but mostly Cantonese.
I was reading that people still from China will retire in Mexicali.
Yeah.
So.
And they just redid their Chinatown.
Oh, they did.
It's wonderful. Yes.
Yeah.
It used to be just abandoned for a long time.
Yeah.
But it's it's an interesting area because it's quite different from Mexico.
Yeah.
From the rest of the country. We're the only temperate climate coast in Mexico. It's very different. In a lot of ways, it's closer to California.
Yeah.
Our families are closer. I mean, half of my family on my mother's side is in California. On my dad's side as well. They actually came here before the border was actually enforced.
Oh, really?
Yeah, before the 1929 crash.
It wasn't even enforced.
My grandmother used to tell me that she could actually go to Mexicali, and the closer grade school for her was across the border in Calexico. So she would walk, it's the middle of the street, cross the border, no border, no?
Yeah.
And go to school, come back. In 29, after the crash, when you started closing the borders, then things changed. But before then, my grandmother would go there and then just go to school.
The border closed more after the Great Depression.
Of course. Remember all these new tariff acts and all that? You sort of closed it, so you...
Right.
Yeah. That's from that year. So that I remember my grandmother told me that story because she used to go to, grade school in California.
Yeah.
When she went to school, that's the closest one that used to be just on the other side of the border.
Yeah.
So we have a common history. We just don't realize it.
Welcome to Santo Tomas Winery. Santo Tomas Winery was founded in 1888. They are the oldest winery here in Baja. They are located, the main winery here, which we're at today, is located 1 hour south of the city of Ensenada. They also have a tasting room in Ensenada, and they also have an operation in the Valle de Guadalupe. So if you're making plans to visit this winery, make sure you know what location you're going to. This winery is out in an isolated area. There is no restaurant on premise here, so make sure you plan ahead. Today we're taking a tour around the winery and the tasting room, and this winery does something very unique. They have a blending room where we're going to go into, and that's part 2 of this video series. We're going to be able to go in and blend our own wines and cork them, label them, bottle them, and bring them back to our destination and age them to our liking. That's the room we just passed there. The cava, that's where we do the blending. We're going to walk up here into the main tasting room and then go up onto the top of the hill there later and get a great view of the whole property. The main winery is about a half a mile away from this property, and we'll be able to overlook that. Those are eucalyptus trees that are on property. Eucalyptus trees are very popular in this part of Mexico, in this part of Baja. And here we go into the tasting room. Santo Tomas makes some great quality wines at very good pricing. Some of our favorite wines coming from here are the Sauvignon Blanc, the Cabernet, the Rosé is amazing. So enjoy the tour.
We need to remind that we are in a very cute and beautiful ecosystem, so maybe we're going to see animals. We have rattlesnakes.
Great.
Yeah. So maybe chipmunks, probably. So a few birds.
Bears?
Birds.
Birds.
Yeah, exactly.
Birds. I'm excited about
bears also.
I'm excited about the rattlesnakes.
Yeah, maybe we're not going to see them.
What kind of trees are these?
Eucalyptus. I don't know.
Eucalyptus.
Eucalyptus. Yeah, right.
Eucalyptus.
Yeah.
Yep, that's Radiata or Globius. I'm not sure which varietal.
Yeah, maybe they were.
It's
placed
not
here,
Polybratica. The Polybratica ones are wider.
It's really pretty here.
So, well,
No,
I'm
look
going.
at look at
tour.
Let's go.
Okay.
Yeah. Mosca.
So.
Polybratica, Radiatus, Globiata.
You're going to be eradicated.
Well, everything. Well, I'm going to give you a background. So everything started with the missionaries who came from Europe, and they brought with themselves olives, the Vitis vinifera, that is the name of the grape, and also dátiles, that's a fruit. It's maybe like a raisin, and it's very sweet. So they placed here at Santo Tomas, and Abelardo L. Rodriguez, who was the governor of Ensenada and here at Baja California, he bought the lands here. So that's why we have the names of Misión de Nuestra Señora de Guadalupe, Misión de Santo Tomas, all due to the missionaries. They were very devout to the church, so that's why. And what else?
It's beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
We don't have the vines like this over there, but it's to give you just a little bit of more context of how the vines can be grown.
Yeah. Because you don't want to pick them and grow them this way.
No, it's too difficult.
Yeah.
So maybe
Good for a wedding.
Yeah. Maybe in the ancient times they were doing the growth of the beets like this because they didn't know how to do it. So
yeah.
Passing the time, they realized that it was easier to do all the vines like this and at this
Premierlo.
yeah. So now we can see the differences of the leaves of each of one of our.
Oh, they're
of our
different,
grapes.
huh?
Yeah, they're different. So many people
You
say
didn't know?
like, how do you recognize the variety of the beets? So well, we have the leaves. So if we can see, it's different. It has a little bit of spikes. And for example, Merlot, it's more open in this part. Yeah. Right
That's
now,
interesting, huh?
we can see the colors. It's like the fall. We have orange, we have yellow, a little bit of green. That's why the process of the plant, it's to go to sleep. That to that process we call it dormancia. It's like when the plant already work. So it's like, oh, I'm not receiving all the hours of sun that I used to have. So now I have more cold nights and more cold days. So I need to sleep to the next year. So that is what is happening today. Okay. Do you have any questions that you want me to do? To answer, sorry.
No.
No? Are you
So
okay?
you guys left some grapes on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's.
Because it didn't matter. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And if we taste some of them, we can taste all the sugar. Then it's converted into alcohol. If a wine is too sweet, that will be the amount of alcohol that the wine is going to have.
Carignan, yes.
Carignan.
French. French varietal.
How about the next one?
Mission, yep. Varietal from here. Original.
That she just
The
talked
original
about
grape down here.
The original.
Grenache.
At the beginning of Santo Tomas,
Pinot Noir.
we used to have Pinot Noir,
Gotcha.
Malbec,
Malbec.
Sangiovese, and where the missionaries first brought the Italian varieties and then the
Carmenere.
French ones.
Carmenere.
Carmenere?
Nebbiolo.
I never heard of that. Carmenere.
Yeah. Cabernet Franc. Tit Verdot. Ruby Cabernet's not doing that well.
Ruby is out.
Ruby's out of stock.
Indeed, now we have Tempranillo at the entry. And what happened with Tempranillo to us? Well, like the name said, it was too early, so we have like Santana weather where it's too hot. So the plant thought, oh, I'm receiving more hours of sun and heat, so I'm going to work again. And well, that varieties didn't work this year.
French Colombard. Yep, that's one from. I forgot where it's from. Loire, maybe.
We have more than 200 hectares. So, and we only use, no, we have more than 2,000 on the ground, and we only use 200 hectares to elaborate the wine. So, we are based more in quality than in quantity. So, we basically can sell all the grapes, but we don't do that here. So all the grapes stay here and stay on Mexico. So only the 2% is export to the United States.
Wow.
Exactly.
It's very simple.
Welcome to the Black Market in Ensenada. This is the fresh seafood market. It's open 7 days a week. This is where you get all of your fresh seafood. This is what defines a Baja cuisine right here. All this fresh seafood that's landed locally. Everything from the clams to the oysters to the rockfish, all the different types of rockfish, to the tuna, to the snapper. I mean, it's amazing the bounty of the catch here. And wherever you go along this Baja Peninsula, you will find Baja cuisine using all these fresh ingredients. It's amazing. And as you head up into the valley, just a half an hour away, it's much more of a farm-to-table approach, less seafood. They're using what's in their bounty up there as far as the farmlands. But here in Ensenada, this is just beautiful. Open 7 days a week. You'll see a lot of chefs shopping here from the local restaurants to purchase some fresh catches of the day. Enjoy the tour.
A lot of people have never seen a gooey duck.
What do they call it?
Gooey duck.
I'm gonna try to
Nice. Eh? My uncle owned a bar called the Gooey Duck.
Oh, okay.
And everybody would.
Rockfish, look at that.
Vieja?
Sheephead.
Oh, sheephead, yeah. Those are good, I heard.
Yep. Yellowtail. All these rockfish species. Yep. Holy cow, yeah. So this guy's 20.
Now there's a bunch of them out there. You're gonna go up on the dock. Like 6 of them.
Amazing how close they're coming.
In Cabo, really big one jumped on the back of our boat on the swim step. We fed him right out of our hand.
Really?
Yeah. He was so big when he jumped on the boat went down. 1,000 pounds. Something like that.
that concludes our tour of the black market here in Ensenada, the seafood market, the little port here, or big port. This is where the cruise ships dock and thousands of people get off the cruise ships and walk through Ensenada. Ensenada is on the Pacific coast in Baja, about an hour and a half south of San Diego. One of the common questions that we get is Ensenada, is Mexico a safe place to visit? And as you can see here, it is extremely safe where we go. We go to where tourism is, where they're geared towards American tourism, where we're welcome, and everyone becomes our amigos, and we meet a lot of great, fantastic people here in Ensenada and up in the valley in Valle Guadalupe, which is only about 20-25 minutes from this location right here into the wine trail, where there's 200 wineries in the valley and beautiful restaurants and hotels and amazing scenery. So yes, Mexico is very safe where we go. If you want more information, go to VIPWineryVacations.com, click the Mexico link, and you'll see everything that we do in Mexico. Welcome to the world famous La Garenze. Sabina founded this in 1960. It's world famous for its ceviche. The restaurant's on the right-hand side. The truck is on the left-hand side. Let's say hello to Sabina and step on in.
Aquí los esperamos el 14 de abril del 2022. Comida de la Guerrerense que está deliciosa. Aquí los espero. Gracias, hijos.
Especial de camarón y pulpo. Camarón y pulpo. Sale, joven. Se la entrega a mi compañero en un momento. ¿Una o dos?
Gracias.
Igual, con camarón y pulpo.
Igual, camarón y pulpo.
Seguro.
We pay her over there. Yeah.
La mía es la de... ensalada de jaima. La de Singapur, la que... Una nada más.
Chino, Singapur, Patecayo y Risolmeca, ¿para quién? 1 o 2 platos.
¿Va a terminar de la música, güey?
Sí, son 3 de Patecayo. Amigo, 1 o 2 platos. One plate, 2 plates.
Va a ser un filete de camarón y un filete de...
Gracias. Thank you.
¿Cómo?
Right, you pay with your food.
Huh?
You pay with your food.
I had no salt. Thank you.
I want to order some that's that drink.
Margarita.
Yeah, let's get another one. Let's get that too.
Sangre de guerrero.
That's the one.
Pastorcito. That's the one. Cilantro pineapple.
Margarita no sale?
That one, you know?
I ordered the sangre de guerrero.